God does not use the unbroken man. He crushes him first, shatters every illusion of strength until all that's left is surrender. You wonder why everything you build falls apart, why every door you push through slams shut, why people you trusted vanish the moment you need them most. It's because you are in the breaking season. The hand of God is not against you, it's shaping you. The hammer that hurts you is the same tool that forges you. You asked to be used by God, but you didn't realize that anointing always comes after crushing. Look at Moses. 40 years of training in Pharaoh's palace, followed by 40 years of breaking in the wilderness before God said, "Now I can send you." You cannot deliver people from bondage if you've never tasted the wilderness yourself. You cannot carry divine authority if your ego still craves recognition. God breaks you to strip away the counterfeit identities, the false strength, the pride you didn't know was ruling you. The version of you that He called cannot coexist with the version of you that craves control. So He allows betrayal to humble you, isolation to refine you, delay to teach you dependence. Every unanswered prayer becomes a chisel, every disappointment a furnace. You think He's silent, but He's sculpting your soul in the dark, like Jeremiah's potter shaping clay that keeps collapsing in His hands. You cry, "Why me, Lord?" And heaven replies, "Because I chose you." Those He intends to use publicly, He first breaks privately. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. There's a divine paradox in your pain. What feels like destruction is actually construction. God tears down before He builds up. He wrecks your plans to reveal His purpose. The more He wants to use you, the deeper the breaking. That's why some of your wounds are not ordinary. They are sacred marks of calling. You're not cursed. You're being conditioned for impact. Remember Joseph, betrayed, sold, imprisoned, forgotten, until one day, everything he suffered became the platform for everything God promised. Had he not been broken by rejection, he would never have had the compassion to save the very brothers who hurt him. The breaking purifies your motives. It teaches you to serve without applause, to love without reward, to trust without proof. It exposes who you really are when the titles are gone, when the blessings dry up, when the spotlight disappears. That's when God whispers, "Now I can trust you." You see, before David ever held a crown, he held a sling in a season of loneliness. Before Paul ever wrote letters that changed the world, he sat in prisons that crushed his pride. Before Jesus ever rose in glory, he bowed in Gethsemane, broken in sweat and blood, whispering, "Not my will, but yours." That's the pattern. Brokenness before usefulness, surrender before success, wilderness before promised land. You cannot skip the breaking and still carry the glory. Romans 8:28 doesn't say all things feel good. It says all things work together for good. That means even the betrayal, even the delay, even the heartbreak are tools in the hands of a wise sculptor. God will never waste your pain, but He will use it to make sure you no longer depend on your own strength. He will strip away every idol that steals His glory. Sometimes that idol is comfort. Sometimes it's control. Sometimes it's you. The breaking hurts because you're watching the death of the self that was never meant to live. But the death of pride is the birthplace of power. Until you've been emptied, you can't be filled. Until you've been wounded, you can't be trusted with healing others. That's why God isolates you, because an audience too early would destroy you. He hides you in obscurity to grow your roots deep before He lets your branches reach the sky. You think you're forgotten, but heaven is just not done writing your story. Every tear is watering the seed of your anointing. When you come out of this, you won't just have knowledge, you'll have oil. The kind of oil that can't be bought, only pressed. The kind that smells like prayer, like nights of silence, like surrender. People will see the glory, but they won't know the story. The nights you almost gave up, the times you begged God to take it away. But that's the hidden cost of being chosen. To carry power, you must carry pain. To speak life, you must first have walked through death. And when you finally emerge from the ashes, You will realize that what was meant to break you became what built you. The crushing was not rejection, it was refinement. The delay was not denial, it was design. God never breaks a man to destroy him. He breaks him to rebuild him on a foundation that cannot be shaken. That's why, when you rise this time, you won't rise proud, you'll rise pure. You'll speak differently, walk differently, love differently, because now you understand. Your scars become sermons. Your pain becomes prophecy. You'll no longer chase platforms. You'll carry presence. You'll no longer seek validation. You'll move with conviction. You'll no longer beg for doors. You'll build altars. That's what the breaking does. It transforms a man from performer to vessel, from ambitious to anointed, from self-driven to spirit-led. You may not see it now, but when the dust settles, you'll thank God for every closed door, every sleepless night, every wilderness season that forced you to your knees, because it was there, in the breaking, that He became real to you. You asked for His power, but He gave you His process. And when He's finished, the man who walks out won't be the same as the one who walked in. So don't resist the breaking. Embrace it. Don't curse the crushing. It's proof of your calling. Let God do what only He can do. Strip away what's temporary so He can entrust you with what's eternal. And when the world finally sees you, they won't see a man who made it. They'll see a man who was remade by the hands of God. If this message stirred something deep in your spirit, don't just scroll away. Pause and let it sink in. Maybe God is using this very moment to remind you that your breaking isn't the end. It's the beginning of your becoming. If you're walking through the fire right now, hold on. He's not finished with you yet. Type, "I'm still standing" in the comments if you refuse to give up on what God is shaping inside you. Share this word with someone who's in their breaking season so they'll know they're not alone. Remember, the crushing is not punishment. It's preparation for the oil that's coming. Stay faithful, stay yielded, and keep trusting the process. God's hand is still on you. May the Lord bless you, strengthen you, and make His face shine upon you. God bless you.